You've tried. You've set budgets, downloaded apps, told yourself this month will be different. And then something happens. A sale, a bad day, a bill you forgot about, and the money disappears again. You're not lazy. You're not stupid. You're not bad with money. You're fighting a battle against your own brain. And your brain is winning. Because here's what no one tells you. Saving money isn't a math problem. It's a psychology problem. And until you understand the invisible forces working against you, forces that evolved over millions of years and are now being weaponized by every app, store, and advertisement you encounter, you will keep losing. Let me show you what's actually happening. When people fail to save money, they blame themselves. Not enough discipline. Not enough willpower. Not enough self-control. But here's what behavioral economists have discovered. Willpower is the wrong tool for the job. Saving money requires you to choose a future reward over an immediate one. Your brain is not designed to do this. For most of human history, there was no future. Food spoiled. Danger was constant. Tomorrow wasn't guaranteed. So your brain evolved a bias. Take the reward now. The future is uncertain. The present is real. This is called present bias. And it's not a flaw. It's a feature that kept your ancestors alive. The problem? You're running ancient software in a modern economy. Your brain thinks the money might not be there tomorrow. Your brain thinks the opportunity might disappear. Your brain thinks future you is basically a stranger. And it prioritizes the present you every single time. This sounds metaphorical. It isn't. Neuroscientist Hal Hershfield conducted brain imaging studies on people thinking about their future selves. What he found was disturbing. When people thought about themselves in the future, their brains activated the same regions used to think about strangers, not the regions for thinking about themselves. Your brain literally processes future you as a different person. So when you're asked to sacrifice now so that future you can benefit later, your brain interprets this as giving your money to someone else. No wonder saving feels so hard. You're not being asked to delay gratification. You're being asked to give your money away. This is why people who struggle to save often have no problem being generous to others. Giving money to future you feels exactly the same. The only difference is that future you can't say thank you. There's another force working against you. And this one is recent. When humans paid with physical cash, spending hurt. Literally. Brain scans show that paying with cash activates the pain centers of the brain. You feel the loss. That pain creates friction. Friction creates pause. Pause creates the opportunity to reconsider. But now, you tap a card. You click a button. You wave your phone. The pain is gone. Digital payments remove the friction that once protected you from yourself. The transaction is so smooth, so effortless, that your brain barely registers it as spending. This isn't an accident. Payment companies spent billions engineering this frictionlessness. They call it seamless checkout experience. What it actually is the systematic removal of the psychological barriers that helped you save. You're not weak. You're using a system designed to separate you from your money without you feeling it. Here's where it gets darker. Researchers Mullainathan and Shafir discovered something counterintuitive about people with limited money. Scarcity doesn't make you more careful. It makes you worse at decisions. When you're worried about money, your brain becomes consumed by it. This mental preoccupation takes up cognitive bandwidth, the mental resources you need for planning, impulse control, and long-term thinking. They found that financial scarcity causes a cognitive deficit equivalent to losing 13 IQ points. Not because poor people are less intelligent, because scarcity itself damages decision-making. This creates a vicious cycle. You're stressed about money. The stress reduces your ability to make good financial decisions. The bad decisions make your money situation worse, which increases the stress. The people who most need to make perfect financial decisions are the ones least equipped to make them. Not because of character, because of cognitive load. You already know this one, but you might not know why it works. When you feel bad, stressed, sad, anxious, and bored, your brain looks for quick relief. Dopamine, something to change the emotional state. Shopping works. The anticipation of buying something releases dopamine. Not the having, the anticipating and acquiring. This is why the high fades so fast after purchase. The reward was in the chase. Retail therapy isn't a joke. It's self-medication. And it works temporarily. But here's the trap. The relief never lasts. So you need to buy again. And again. And because the underlying emotion was never addressed, only temporarily masked. You end up with less money and the same feelings you started with. Now add the guilt about the spending, and you've made the emotional problem worse. This is why just stop emotional spending doesn't work. You're not treating the symptom. You're fighting the pain response without addressing the pain. You get a raise. For a brief moment, you think, now I can finally save. 6 months later, you're spending everything again. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's almost universal. As income rises, spending rises to match it. New income creates new needs. A better apartment, a nicer car, upgraded subscriptions. Things that were luxuries become necessities. This happens because of hedonic adaptation, your brain's tendency to return to a baseline level of satisfaction regardless of circumstances. The new thing makes you happy. Then it becomes normal. Then you need something newer. You're not failing to save. You're on a treadmill that was designed to keep you running without ever arriving. Humans are comparison machines. We don't evaluate our lives in absolute terms. We evaluate relative to others. This was useful in small tribes. Keeping up with your peers meant survival. But now your peers include everyone on social media. Celebrities, influencers, that college friend who seems to be on vacation constantly. You're comparing your everyday life to everyone else's highlight reel. And it's costing you. Studies show that social comparison is one of the strongest predictors of overspending. People don't buy what they need. They buy what they think their social group has. And social media has weaponized this. Every platform profits from showing you things that make you feel inadequate, and then showing you products that promise to fix that inadequacy. You're not overspending because you lack discipline. You're overspending because you're fighting a trillion-dollar comparison engine that knows your insecurities better than you do. There's one more force, and it's the oldest one. Before you ever made your own money, you learned what money meant. Financial psychologists call these money scripts, the unconscious beliefs about money that were installed during childhood. Money is the root of all evil. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. Money doesn't grow on trees. Spend it while you can, it won't last. Or the opposite, money equals love. Successful people spend freely. You deserve nice things. These beliefs don't stay in childhood. They become automatic programming that runs every financial decision you make as an adult. If you unconsciously believe that having money makes you a bad person, you'll find ways to get rid of it. If you believe money always runs out, you'll spend it before it disappears. You're not making free choices about money. You're executing code that was written before you could think critically about it. Here's what I want you to understand. You are not failing in a neutral environment. Every app on your phone is engineered to make you spend. Every store is designed by psychologists to separate you from your money. Every payment method has been optimized to remove friction from purchasing. One-click buying. Save payment methods. Buy now, pay later. Subscription models that hide monthly costs. Personalized ads that know your weaknesses. You are an individual human with limited willpower. Fighting a system built by thousands of experts with unlimited budgets, whose only goal is to get you to spend. The fact that you save anything at all is remarkable. The fact that you blame yourself for not saving more is exactly what the system wants. So what do? You stop fighting your psychology and start using it. Instead of relying on willpower, you design systems. Automate your savings. The money moves before you see it. Present bias can't fight what it never encountered. Increase friction for spending. Delete saved payment methods. Remove shopping apps. Make buying inconvenient. Add back the pain that was engineered away. Make your future self less of a stranger. Write letters to future you. Visualize specific future goals. Use apps that age your photo to create emotional connection to who you'll become. Address the emotions first. Before you buy something unplanned, pause. Ask, what am I actually feeling right now? Treat the feeling, not the symptom. Shrink your comparison set. Curate your social media ruthlessly. Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate. Your reference group shapes your spending. Examine your money scripts. What did you learn about money growing up? Is it still true? Is it serving you? You are not bad with money. You are a human with a human brain, operating in an environment specifically designed to exploit that brain. Present bias, pain-free payments, scarcity effects, emotional spending, hedonic adaptation, social comparison, and childhood programming. These aren't excuses. They're explanations. And explanations give you power. Because once you see the forces, you can work with them instead of against them. You don't need more willpower. You need better systems. You don't need to be harder on yourself. You need to be smarter about your environment. The game was rigged. Now you know the rules. If this explains something you've been fighting for years, subscribe. This channel breaks down the psychology behind the invisible patterns controlling your behavior. Money, relationships, decisions, all of it. Comment below. What's a money belief you picked up in childhood that you're still carrying? What spending pattern finally makes sense now? No shame here. The system is designed to make you fail. Understanding it is the first step to beating it. And if you want to understand how the same psychology that makes saving hard makes gambling so easy, how casinos and betting apps use your brain against you, this video breaks it down. Click it. See the pattern. That's always how it starts.